Hey folks, Peter Scott here, Scott Realty Consultants and SearchSacramentoHomes.com. I'm out here rocking my Corona beard to talk to you about the coronavirus and how that's impacting our real estate market here in Sacramento. I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of concern from people about the real estate market, especially if they were planning on buying a house this year. People asking me, are prices going to go down, Pete? Are you still showing homes? Are people still listing homes? Can we still close some of these government offices being closed? Are they doing open houses? So I'm going to try and answer some of those questions for you today. And I've been doing a lot of research about what the experts think, and I also have my own opinions, and I'd like to share that with you today. So first thing, as you all likely know, we are in a recession, and that's likely to continue here for the next short while. But one big thing to note is that a recession does not equal a housing crisis, or doesn't equal prices going down. In the last 3 out of the 5 recessions we had, 1980, 1981, 2001, all went up. And you can see in 1991, it barely ticked down, about 2%. Now, 2008 is an outlier because the housing market, the mortgage boom and bust actually caused that recession. So they were hand in hand going downhill, in a dumpster fire. So people want to compare our current economic crisis to what that was, because that was the most recent one. That's the most, the thing that's fresh in people's memory. But it's not like that at all, because that was caused by the mortgage boom and bust. Let me show you a little more on that. So in 2007, we had 8.2 months in inventory. Now this is national numbers. Today we have about 3.1 months in inventory. California is going to be even less. We're probably around 2.5 months inventory here in Sacramento. So we're positioned quite a bit differently. Another difference here is in 2008, people had taken out over $824 billion in equity of their houses. They did refinances, they took cash out, they bought boats, they remodeled their homes, they put in pools, all that sort of stuff. Everyone was rich, remember that back then, remember? Today, it's much more conservative, about a quarter of that at $232 billion. So we're positioned much differently than it was in 2008. So another thing I'd like to show you here is what the experts are saying. What are people thinking is going to happen with this recession? How long will it last? So check this out here. We do not expect a repeat of the severe recession of 2008, 2009, because the virus and oil shocks are not endemic to the financial system, but are rather external. Once the virus infection rates peak, we expect a recovery to gain momentum into the final quarter of the year and especially into 2021. And the same thing here, that was from Wells Fargo. This is from Goldman Sachs. Obviously, they're looking at quite a crappy quarter 2, but then we're going to turn around in quarter 3 and 4. And the reason for this is because they expect people, once we've figured this out, once we've hit that peak, we're all Americans, and we're going to go right back out there to jump back out to go shopping, go to the movies, go to the baseball games, go on vacation, and go roaring back and really push the economy back into life. So we're really not expecting, this downturn to last too long, and we really don't expect it to affect the housing market too much. Another thing to note here is about foreclosures. People asked about that. Are we going to have foreclosures? Well, you've probably heard that the state, local, and even federal governments have saying they're going to stop all foreclosures. And California now they learned from the last recession, the 2008 crisis, that's not really great. So we have much more stronger foreclosure laws going on in California right now. So we really are, even if people can't make their payments, there's a lot of loan forgiveness going on. There's not going to be a glut of foreclosures like we had, in 2008. So we just don't expect to see that. So we're not expecting prices to go down. We're not expecting foreclosures to happen. We're expecting the market to stay pretty strong. We have a housing crisis. We're short on housing. We've had that for quite a while. And check this out, interest rates here. Today they are extremely low. I sent out a video a week or so ago. Hey, if you've got really low, it's got an interest rate over around 4% or so, go refinance. We can save you a lot of money. So interest rates right now, that's really going to help buoy our market as well. So to talk to you about, showing homes, looking at homes, that sort of stuff, that is still happening. We're taking more precautions. We want to limit our exposure to each other. We're also doing virtual open houses or virtual tours. If you don't want to leave your house, we can get in, take some video for you, upload it to YouTube. You can do the whole thing essentially by never even leaving your house. You could have a notary come to you and sign there. That's the only time you really need to see anybody in person. All of our documents are done online. So we're seeing a lot of that, a lot of virtual open houses, virtual showings, and still in-person showings as well, where we make certain accommodations and keep safe and make sure we're all being clean and keeping our social distance there. So that's still happening. One of the people, government shutdowns. We're still there right now. A lot of recorders' offices are shut down, but they're still taking documents that are mailed in and electronically transferred by the title company. So it's still happening. I've had a lot of clients put everything on hold right now on a pause, and I absolutely support that because we just don't know where things are heading right now. But I really expect in the coming weeks that things will normalize and we use our special precautions in place to still proceed because people need houses. I've got clients moving from out of town. I've got clients who want to sell houses and move out of state, and that's, we're not going to, let this virus stop us from doing things that we need to do. Granted, we will take all the precautions necessary. Like I said, you can do the whole thing without ever leaving your house or talking to another person, really. The only time you need to talk to somebody is a notary, and they take this stuff seriously, and they are going to make all the precautions necessary, just like, a doctor or a nurse would. So I hope this helps. I hope this calms some fear. We're really not that worried about the housing market. I think things are going to be a little crazy for a while, but they will simply normalize, and we're going to come back very strong here at the end of the year. So if you're still thinking about buying, you're still thinking about selling, keep looking on that. And when you feel more comfortable, reach out, let me know how we can help. Let me know if you've got any questions. I can answer those too. I'd be happy to help out. Peter Scott signing off. Talk to you soon.